Bring it down a little more. That's better.
Have my bag.
Ooh, it's 9:15. So at least gotta go.
You know the time has changed. Went back an hour.
So is it 8 o'clock?
No, the time is on there right. But I'm just saying, it probably feels a little different.
I don't know nothing about no feeling. I just want to know what time it is.
Okay.
So the time went back yesterday. So we lost an hour?
We supposedly gained an hour.
Oh, so it's spring back. Fall back.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess we get an hour of sleep.
Right? Y'all's willing, yes. You should. Say shalom to the folks.
How about you come over here and say shalom?
I'll say shalom. Yes, scroll it back down.
Director.
Shalom, Boker Tov, everyone.
Yeah, I know who that voice is.
Y'all, I love y'all. Prayers with Moreh Moshe. Hallelujah. That's been established.
No, it's been established.
Hallelujah.
You said be
Shalom, Queen Belle. How's the baby? His handsome self.
We want to talk about the baby.
Shalom, Yana Freeman, Tamar, or Tamar, yeah.
Y'all know who that is.
More stuff. Nayla Harris, blessed one, shalom. Grow 8 low, shalom, sis. We love you. Appreciate you. Sharika 8, shalom. Elisheba 79, shalom. Tamla Littleton, shalom. Samuel Nace. But shalom, is that shalom from Pennsylvania? Shalom to you. Kana B. Shalom, sis. Good to see you on. Shalom, our Anderson tribe family. Mishpaka. Shalom, Leah, Yashrala. Shalom, learning shalom. Yep, time did go back, yes. Shalom, Sister Jessica Freeman. Shalom, so glad we got to fellowship during Sukkot, you and your beautiful children. Shalom, Nicola. Shalom, Nate Locks. Shalom, Carissa. We love you so much. Shalom, Lady Jamaica. We love you. Shalom, Annette Williams. Shalom, K. Martin. Uriah. Shalom. Shalom, Shalisha. Did I say that right? I hope I did. Shalom, Donovan. Shalom, Ashley M. Shalom, Pamela Atkinson. Just to say shalom, Christy Boo. That's funny. Okay, shalom, K. Simmons. Shalom, Ahmad. Yah is love. Shalom, PPTH 777. Yes, he is getting big. So sweet. Shalom, Imuna Yisrael. Shalom, Nicole. Shalom, Ima Ayah. Ima Ayah Amuna. Shalom. Wasn't the Father so good to us? I'm so glad we got to meet you. And all praise to the Most High for your name change, and your immersion. Hallelujah. Shalom, Richie B. Shalom, my realtor D. Shalom. And we receive email. All praise to the Most High, my realtor D for you. Shalom, Jayla. We love Jayla. Shalom, Carlton Meadows. All praise to the Most High. We got the fellowship with you and your beautiful wife. Shalom, Laureen. Shalom, Miguel. Shalom, Lily Hall. Shalom, Tiffany. Shalom, DJ Taz. 504 run that Taz beat Taz. Okay. Shalom, Moray, Eric, Riddick. Shalom. Shalom. All praises. Hallelujah. Shalom, blessed 1471. Sabrina. Shalom. Yeah, he do. Look just like him. Now he gonna cut off the live all of a sudden and be gone. It's not Sabrina. We missed you yesterday, Sabrina. Shalom, Annette. Shalom, Sharonda. We love you. Shalom, daughter of Yahuwah, daughter of Yah. Shalom, DP. Shalom, Alia. Ayla, I'm sorry. Shalom, Valita Hall. Shalom, Q Israel. Daniel De Silvia. Shalom, sis. Jessica Yah. Shalom. Ebony Nicholson. Shalom. Shalom, 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 shalom. April Stevenson, CN. Shalom. Abram Yah Israel. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom, shalom. Lady Yada of the House of Cullens. Shalom, my beautiful sister. Shalom, Stacy D. Shalom, Sly 17171. Lady Neek, shalom. Lynette, shalom. Toy Moore, shalom. Erica Jordan, shalom. Ahmad McDonald, shalom. Tashia, shalom. Hallelujah. Dose, dose 85. I think that's what it says. Shalom. Yah, daughter of Yah, daughter of Zion. My bad. Shalom. Elishiva, Yah Israel, shalom. Ralph, shalom. Shalom. Shakaboom, shalom. He just is scrolling. Shalom, Lenise. Shalom. I'm glad we didn't get to
20 minutes on
I'm gonna have to
Shalom.
I'm gonna have to
Tell these
message
folks
you,
Shalom,
Lenise,
man.
because we were supposed to chit chat about something. Shalom, Marlon Patrick. Shalom, shalom, Elizabeth. Shalom, 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 shalom.
All right, y'all. That's everybody. Shalom to everybody. All right. Shalom.
Well, he let me do it for longer than I thought it would.
30 minutes telling everybody shalom.
Well, we love y'all and we appreciate y'all.
All right, everybody. Ooh, well,
What you need?
I should have been doing this while you saying shalom to everybody.
Okay.
I'll pull it up.
You need something.
Yeah, if you can find my Bible.
Oh, okay.
I hope everybody doing well. I can do it online.
Okay.
Hope everybody is doing well and all is well with you. All right, there we go. Let me put this in here. King James. No, I don't want to use your phone. All y'all receiving visitors. I will be in the area in November. Email the specific tribes, wherever you're trying to go. Our email addresses should be on the website. Email the tribe and make sure that the tribe is receiving people. So that's what I'd say. Email if you're trying to come to Augusta or Anderson or Houston, Dallas, Austin, email the tribe and you'll get your answer. Somebody said they tried to email us. You ain't received. Yeah, email again. Email again. Hey, the feast. Hey, I'm telling y'all. I told y'all. Feast days, you ain't gonna pretty much. You probably ain't gonna get no response. From trumpets all the way through uh, Sukkot, we be running. And I told people you ain't gonna probably. I was already behind from before trumpets, and when trumpets hit all the way down to Sukkot, I pretty much kind of tried to let y'all know on the videos that you weren't gonna get much of a response because we got had too much time trying to get things together for those things and be consecrated unto the Most High. So it's a lot of stuff we just kind of blot out at that time. So, well, if you have email, just do it again, and we'll catch up with them. We'll go from there. Hallelujah. All right. Uh, so I want to give y'all a quick word uh, from the Most High concerning what do we do now that the feast days is over. We done went through the feast days, went through that time period, and what now? And one of the things that the Most High was speaking, he was spoke through uh, trumpets, is he's going to focus, or he want our focus to be on the righteous. Now, it's a lot of things that you have to understand. This ain't no time to get at ease, to become at ease in Zion, to want to break and all that type of stuff, because I know it can get like, but this is the time that we have to gird up our loins and get prepared for a greater battle, that's coming. It's going to require greater faith and greater responsibility and a greater dedication. Your dedication before the feast days has to be 10 times greater. Your dedication has to be greater. Your dedication to prayer, your dedication to fasting, your dedication with spending time with the Most High. You have to do that stuff on purpose so you can maintain what you exposed of yourself doing all the feast days. You have to turn your dedication up because it is going to be some things that come and try to shake what you didn't establish. And it's like this. Most High gave it to me like this. Before that, when you have went through a surgery, right, and the natural, when you went through a surgery and you get whatever it is, the toxins out, the tumor, the whatever it is that was crippling your body and making your body decay, the first thing is deliverance. Deliverance gets out whatever the disease is. It leaves. But you still have chance for infection. There's deliverance that comes. Then after deliverance is the healing process. It don't all happen at once. Just like in the natural, you get delivered from the disease. They come in and they take the tumor out, they take the cancer out, they take whatever it is out of you. That's the deliverance. And that part could be gut wrenching. That part can be rough. It can be hard. You're exposing yourself. You're afflicting your soul. You did all those types of stuff. And it takes a lot out of you. But you're not done just because you got the demons cast out of you. Because now the next phase is the complete healing process, where you have to focus in on those areas that you got delivered from and make sure that you, quote unquote, nurse your spirit, nurse your soul back to health. And that's what I mean by that. When you go through a surgery, they pull out all these things, right? But then the doctor come to you and tell you, he said, you have to take these specific things for the pain. You got to take these specific things. Where if you got stitched up, if you got cut, they give you some gel, they give you some bandages. They say wash it this many times in a week. Don't do too much of this. Don't do too much of that, because why? You'd have been delivered, but now your body has to heal itself. So that's the same thing that you have to focus on. That those areas that you have to been delivered from, just like in the natural, you have to pay close attention to it, so you can begin to see, how do I focus on this area and make sure that the residue is gone so I don't get infected again. A lot of times we just go on and just get to running and just get to doing everything, thinking that we're 100% good because demons have been cast out, because we done finally exposed that darkness that's within us. But you have to go through the healing process where you begin to look at these areas Look at my old man. Begin to make sure that the residue is there is gone. Because a lot of times we've been functioning in these attitudes, characteristics, and these demons for so long
Mhm.
that it has become a part of our nature. So it ain't just that the demon is gone. You're still
Un- Unlearning.
no, you still have a tendency to function in a way that those demons will have you function. So this is why it is imperative too, also that even if you have exposed your darkness, you still got to go through a deliverance. Don't think that the exposing of the darkness um, can means the deliverance that happened. So you must confess your sins to one another, get those things out, but then you have to go through the deliverance. But after the deliverance, it's the healing process. You got to go back to your soul that you didn't inflicted and allow the ruach to bring that healing balm up on it, where you focus on these stitches where I'd have been cut. Why? Because I don't want this to happen again. So my soul will heal, my spirit will heal my soul. That's why it says that a man's spirit will sustain him even in his infirmity. My spirit will heal my soul if I focus my spirit on it. And that's why I said that a man's spirit is the candle of Yahuwah. He will search out those things and begin to heal those areas. But you got to pay attention to it. Why? So you won't fall to these things again. So you can make sure that the residue is gone so this stuff don't affect you the same way no more. Rather than just moving on and think I've been delivered, the demons out, I'm good to go. I'm great. So this is the mindset that we have to have because we still stitched up, and we got to make sure that hey, this completely has been healed. And sometimes the scar stay there. Why? Because it's a reminder of what you've been through. So the mindset is let's focus on these things because we want to be used completely by you. We want to be ready to be used by him, where he don't have to worry about us still fighting our old man. That's why this time is going to be a time of mind battles. It's going to be battles that hit your head. It's going to be battles that hit your mind. And then you have to overcome this because they coming. Just because you got delivered from something, you've been good for a season and you've been on a spiritual high, don't mean that these things ain't coming with attack to attack your mind, because they come in with mind battles to get you to question yourself, to get you to think, is are you truly delivered, to get you to walk in fear. And the Most High ain't gave us the spirit of fear. So these things, this is where you have to learn how to war, because the Most High ain't taking just the thoughts away, but He's gonna make you into a soldier to make you learn how to battle your thoughts and battle your own mind. He ain't just gonna come in and just begin to clean those things out. That's where the warfare starts at. You have to learn how to war in yourself, war with your own mind. So this is where you have to learn how to become like a soldier, where you done took control of your thoughts. You took control of your mind. Your mind serves you. You don't serve your mind. Your mind, you master your mind. Your mind don't master you. But that's the battlefield that Hasatan is going to bring. He's going to bring all kind of thoughts in your mind. Why? To get a seed. Her words are seeds waiting to be implanted in your garden, which is your mind. And if he can plant a seed in your mind, then it can bring forth. It'll first take root, then it'll spring upward into forming into a plant, then forming into fruit from that plant, because that plant then grow into a tree. And now when you have a tree with fruit, now you got a stronghold. So this is why you have to take your mind, possess your soul, take possession of it. I'm taking, because I done got out of the feast days now. Now I'm gonna learn how to possess my body back. I'm gonna control that. I'm gonna learn how to possess my emotions, because I done went in there and shook it up, and I'm still shaking it up because why I'm afflicting that. And I'm gonna go in here and get control of my mind. I'm possessing all of it. I'm taking back control of this through what the ruach. Now I'm not finna just consider myself just a bench warmer, or I say this is just my area of influence. This is just my area of this. No, I'm finna come up in whatever area that the Most High choose me in. And then now, as I done took care of myself, now my concept has to be about the nation. I can't spend all year talking about what my daddy did to me, what my mama did to me, what my brother did to me, what my uncle did to me. I done got all that straight. I ain't sitting there thinking I'm not gonna let that plague me no more. I'm not gonna let molestation plague me no more and control me. I'm not gonna let my daddy not be in my life, my mama not be in my life, my brother, my sister not being there. Ain't none of that gonna control me no more. Why? Because I got that straight. It ain't gonna be about this next season, can't be about you. It has to be about the nation. What are you doing for the nation? How are you getting the nation prepared? And the first nation you're gonna start with is your home. After I got myself in order, now I have to get this family in order. I got to build this nation at the house. Then I can go to the assembly and build that. But an assembly can't be built that's a home ain't built. I can't be destructive in my house and think I can get with the tribe and be okay and think we can still warfare and do all that type of stuff. No, I got to focus on getting this nation together. Then what? I can go out. That's how we build a sure nation where families have become on one accord, where families have what denied themselves, where families have the best interest of the nation above even their own. So this is the mindset that we got to have. It has to, because I'm telling you, if this thing's still about you, you ain't gonna make it. If you still trying to save yourself, I said, any man that tries to save himself in this life shall lose it. But if any man lose himself for my sake shall gain what? Eternal. So your mind has to be on the nation. How can I better myself for the nation now? How can I better myself to be a better father, better myself to be a better husband, better myself to be a better brother to my brothers? Because as I be a father to at my house, now I can be a father to fatherless children. You know how many fatherless children in the awakening? If I be a husband and my wife, now I can show what a husband is to young men that just get married. That's why we're trying to shore this nation up, home this nation up, get this nation where it needs to be. So this is the mindset that we have to go into, going out of the feast with a greater dedication. Our dedication has to be heightened. And you have to be done with sin. I'm telling you. Because the Most High ain't going to keep tarrying. You got to be done with sin now. You got to be completely done with darkness.
Hallelujah.
And us as leaders, let me see, let me go here real quick. I think it's this one of the most I gave. Let me see. Us as leaders. All right, here we go. I get back to that. I get back to that. I get back to that. But this is because man, we had a amazing service yesterday, but it ain't go like it was supposed to. It was a whole service and nothing but just deliverance. We was really supposed to just get together, you know, worship and praise and do some testimonies, but it just Ruah moved on my wife. She got the flowing, and she brought such a sobering word to the family, and it just this wind of the spirit just kept flowing in prayer, and it just like, you know, we still had some deliverances and setting free that people still had residue. It wasn't like they didn't atone, because they atoned, all of them atoned for their sin, but they had residue still there from some deliverance, and the Most High just went through, just taking everybody through that needed through those deliverances, man, and it was absolutely powerful. But you know, what is some of the word that the Most High gave us coming out of Sukkot? A greater dedication, a greater focus. And this is time that he told us, even during Sukkot, that our focus need to be on the righteous. If you are, those that are righteous stay righteous still. Let me go to that scripture real quick, because sometimes you need to read the scripture. So let me go to that. Hold on real quick. All right, hold on a minute. I'm finna pull it on up. Revelations 22. Revelations 22. We'll start at verse 8. And I, Yehukanan, saw these and heard them. And when I heard them and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the Malachim and showed me these things. Then saith he unto me, see thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant of thy brethren, the prophets, of them which keep the sayings of this book. Worship Yahuwah. And he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. For the time is at hand. Now, this is the time that we are in. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. He that is righteous, let him be righteous still. He that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, and I give to every man according to his work. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Blessed are they that do his commandments, they that have the right to the tree of life, that may enter into the gates of the city. So this is the focus. He's only dealing with those that are righteous now. We ain't spending all that time on the unrighteous. He said, those that are unrighteous, let them be unrighteous still. Those that are filthy, let them be filthy still. Those that are righteous, let them be righteous still. Those that are holy, let them be holy still. Because he said, when I come quickly, and my reward is with me. And I'm going to reward every man according to his works. And some people are going to get awarded right in the assembly with us. Where their reward might be death, their reward might be sickness, their reward might be a completely cut off. We ain't gonna have to do all those type of stuff where we have to beckon you to get right, to tell the truth. Now you just gonna start dropping, and the Most High gonna bring fear back, because that's the more ancient we go, the more you ain't gonna be able to hide. The Ruach gonna be the one that find you out and arrest you in front of all and expose you. And it might not be no mercy this time. See, we'd have been receiving mercy in the past where people have to provoke you to righteousness, how to provoke you to give up your darkness. But now, I ain't trying to scale, because I already know you'll drop dead. I already know he'll put an uncurable sickness, because you don't know what can be floating in your blood right now. That these secrets are going to get this thing to come out. You don't know what disease in your body that the Most High just been holding up. So by us focusing on the righteous, he going to reward the wicked. Because what we in another, I'm telling you, we in a higher place than we was last year. We done been elevated. Our seats of authority has changed. And it's going to be so visible when the Most High just start getting the targeting people and giving them their reward before all. Because it said the righteous shall see the reward of the wicked. So if you're among a people of light and walking in darkness, it's just going to be a matter of time for your reward. And I ain't chasing you. I ain't running. I ain't trying to get you to do right. I ain't saying, bro, we need to do. Nah, I'm going to start and keep working. Because the Most High going to protect, in the end, his ministry. He been doing it since we started. It ain't ours. It's his. You think you're going to get something by me and Josh? You think you're going to get something by the Emas, get something by the elders? I think you're going to hide the Most High, going to expose it. Because why? It ain't ours. It's his. Like he was telling me, and I said that a few prayers ago. He was telling me, pray, said, man, y'all got to understand that this is my ministry. This ain't your ministry, Moshe. This ain't your ministry, Yahusha. It ain't up to you, to y'all to find out everything, because there ain't no way possible we're going to be able to do that. He said, I'm even going to protect your blind side. I'm going to protect areas that you can't see. I'm going to send a Malachim to sustain the ministry. I'm going to send a Malachim to protect the ministry. I don't care what it looked like. A lie or deception cannot live around truth. Impurity can't live around purity. Watch. If y'all been watching, he been doing it. It ain't up to us. So it'll be like we'll be in worshiping or worshiping, and all of a sudden, watch it now. Because we say that, and I had to deal with myself and say, man, if would I be ready for something like that? That we wore it, and all of a sudden, boom, somebody dropped. Could we even handle that? See, that's easy to say, yeah. But when you're in the midst of it, and that person might be somebody that you wouldn't think that'll be like that, because they've been hiding. Would you be able to handle that? Anyway, so the most I was talking about focus on the. I'm telling you, our focus has to be on what the Most High has granted us with our assignments to do, because it's finna get tight on the world. Judgment is finna hit the world like never before, and we're gonna have to be at a place where, like, we knew this was coming, not a place of shock, like this thing that hit us on the world, because we've been prophesying and declaring these things to happen. Now we're going to see the fulfillment of these things, because he's going to come up and shake the earth big time, like never before. And if you ain't been uh, sustained in Yahuwah, you ain't gonna last. So real quick, let's go to Psalms 34. Psalms 34. And this is what he was talking about. Focus on the righteous. Now, I'm not saying that if a brother or sister come to you, they got to struggle and they want freedom, that you just disdain them and throw them away or nothing like that. Because if somebody's sincere, the Most High show it in your spirit. They sincere, and then their deliverance will show their sincerity. It'll show their sincerity. But Psalms 34. Let me just get it real quick. I thought I pulled it up. All right. Verse 11. Come, my children, and listen to me. I will teach you to fear Yahuwah. Whoever loves life and desires to see many good days will keep his tongue from evil and your lips from telling lies. Turn from evil and do good and seek peace and pursue it. Now watch what Yahuwah said in verse 15. So this is where we at. He that is filthy, let it be filthy still. He that is unrighteous, let him be unrighteous still. He that is righteous, let him be righteous still. Watch what it says, verse 15. For the eyes of Yahuwah are on the who? Righteous. That's what you put your confidence in. That Yahuwah's eyes is upon you. He's watching you. He's watching all the time that you've been crying. He's been watching all the time that you've been doing your best to obey. He's been watching all the seeds that you're sown, all the effort that you put in there and this awakening into this walk. He watch you expose the darkness out of your step. You telling secrets that you ain't never told nobody, that you have vowed that you will take to the grave with. His eyes is upon that. And his ears is attentive to your cry. Watch how he begin to answer your cry now, because of what you done gave him doing trumpets, doing atonement, doing Sukkot. But the face of, you see, he's attentive to our cry. But the face of Yahuwah is against those that do evil, to blot out their name from the earth. The righteous crowd, and Yahuwah hears them, and he delivers them out of all their troubles. Yahuwah is close to the brokenhearted and save those that are crushed spirit. The righteous persons may have many troubles, but Yahuwah will deliver them out of all of them. He protects his bones. Not one of his bones are broken. Look at how what the Most High promising to the righteous. But to the evil will slay the wicked, and the foes of the righteous will be condemned. Those same things that people playing with gonna slay them. That same darkness. He said, evil gonna slay the wicked. That same darkness gonna slay them. For the foes of the righteous will be condemned, and Yahuwah will rescue his servants. No one who takes refuge in Yahuwah shall be condemned or put to shame. So this is the mindset of where we're going. This is where you have to make your call and your election sure. This is where we at. But let me go through a few things that Mosai gave for the righteous during Sukkot, where I want us to understand where we're going and the sobering mindset that we have to have. All right. All right. So he said during Sukkot that the righteous season have changed. And you have to believe that the Most High is taking you from one season to your next season. You're going to begin to show you favor. You'll be no more longer called forsaken now. Watch how the seasons of your life, things begin to turn around for you. Why? Because you afflicted your soul during this season. You did everything you could. You went to of the core of your soul and begin to weed those things out. He said, watch that the season of your life begin to change. And I'm expecting it because the Most High will meet you at your expectation. So I'm expecting to know that the Most High eyes is upon me and he's attentive to my cry. That now he's going to begin to establish things before I even ask. At my thoughts, he's going to have some stuff established. Why? To show me that I'm with you. That's another thing he said. He said, tell my people that I'm going to show that I have established you. I'm going to show that my hand is with you. I'm going to show that your season has changed. Another thing to the righteous is that our seat has ascended in the spirit realm. So now that's a sobering thing, because what that means that now you have more authority. But another thing is now you have greater principalities to deal with because you ain't on the same level no more. Now you have to be strategic with the Ruach HaKodesh to learn how to conquer this realm. It's a conquering thing now. So now you have to spend time with Yahuwah in order to get orders, in order to learn delegations, in order to learn the realm of your authority and how far it goes in this realm. That's going to take a greater dedication because now you're dealing with higher ranking spirits. That you can't just do the same things. And have the same dedication. And you can't play now in this realm, those that are right, you can't get to playing with sin now. Because it'll destroy you. But those that have been seeking elevation, your realm in the spirit, and you'll begin to see now how you'll be able to go in and out. And how much authority. Now I'm looking to be able to go tangibly in the realm of the spirit. To be able to engage Yahuwah. Not just opening portals now, but to be able to engage him where I began to go in that realm and feel things in that realm. Where he began to take my spirit and show me things. I would tell him like, oh, Most High, don't scare me now. Don't scare me. Get my heart ready. I know at the time, like Yehukadah says that Malachi come and said, come up hither and took his spirit in Ezekiel and showed him different things. But I believe that that's the level that we're going to, that because he told us that he's going to teach us how to open up dimensions and begin to see certain things. So know that your seat have ascended, but know that now this is a greater dedication. This is greater power. Every of these, the same people that walked with you before might not be able to walk with you because it's another level now. Everybody might not qualify to get to this realm, but know that your seat has ascended, and it's going to take a greater dedication. That would be a greater condemnation. I said, tell you, don't let many be leaders because they're going to have a greater condemnation. When you see that a seat of a judge, now you're judged by the ultimate judge, and that ain't nothing to play with. So this is why you got to let the words of your mouth and the meditation of your heart be acceptable in his sight. But know that your season has changed, that he's whipped you, and your seat of authority in the realm of the spirit have changed. That's why even with me, with some of y'all, he had to make a covenant, even changing of your name to let you know now your seat has changed. Now we have to move by the Hebraic name. I be telling my wife she got to be called by her name now. That's because all our realm of authority has changed, and we have to fully embrace this thing so we can have the ancient path power. But I was telling man, next thing, visible manifestations on the Malachim. This is real. That we're gonna, and we seen this so much at Sukkot that a lot of people were saying like, man, they seen the Malachim flying around the tent, coming to each other's tent, visiting us, showing us signs, and I'm talking about all kind of signs and wonders and stuff in the heavens. It was crazy, visible stuff. I mean, lion faces in the heavens, palm trees showing in the heavens, stars just moving and disappear or coming down and shoot real quick. My wife was even showing me, even with the prayer team, that prayer team here, that some of the sisters have, three of the sisters have a particular color of their mantles or their prayer shawl. And he showed all them the specific, it was three. I've been out about to wash my hands before they be talking about the Illuminati. Let me hold my three fingers in the way. No, I can't use the thumb. Let me do the kindergarten. You know, when people take a doggone caption, I knew he was with the Illuminati. I gotta watch my fingers for wilding in these streets. I forgot what I talked about.
We saw a star changing colors.
Oh, yeah. So start changing colors, and it happened to be actually the same colors of each one of their mantles in the sky that they showed them at one point, man. And it's just so many signs and stuff in the heavens that were being seen. That was just crazy and amazing. So it's just you'll just have to. We'll show you the testimony of that video. It's a few videos coming up pretty soon, but it was just amazing. But we are going to have times where the Malachim come and visit us. Now, let me tell you what happened to me. All right, so last week I took a real sabbatical. Like last Shabbat, we ain't had took up my body, man. My body was breaking down. And I was running so much before Sukkot, trying to get stuff established. And then doing Sukkot, I was just like this. Then, man, Josh flew out to Texas and came back, the next day. And then I'm staying up late with the Saints, 4 in the morning, and then getting up back 7 and ripping and running and getting a lot of stuff done. So my body was just like breaking down. I had told them jokers, everybody was like, we go and do Sabbath. We might well do Sabbath. No, I told them, y'all can do Sabbath. I'm going to bed. Like, no, y'all go ahead. But I needed that rest. And I would like to apologize a little bit for last Sunday because it was still on me. I tried my best to pray for y'all last Sunday, but that thing was on me. But praise the Most High. But anyway, Pastor Angelo came to the house because last week, and he wanted to just check on me and pray with me. So he was praying for me, and the Most High gave me a vision. So in a vision, he always give me a vision with dealing with thrones. So it was a dark-skinned man in a seat, and he had like a fierce look on his face. A dark-skinned man sitting in the seat. Older man, had a long white beard. The beard was down here and it was white. And he had locks on his head, white locks. I thought he looked like me. So I was like, in my mind, looking at the vision, I was like, well, Mosai, are you saying that this is the direction that I got to go to? Like, like the level of wisdom and uh, understanding and judging righteously that I have to ascend step by step and eventually get to this point, because I thought it was me as an old man. And as I began to think that, the individual spoke. It was like, no, I'm not you. Well, no, he said, no, this is not you as an old man. He said, this is your mantle. He said, this is Moshe. He said, you call for me when you embrace your mantle fully and start going by my name. And boy, at first I was kind of like, wow. Then I had to fight in my mind. I said, now, there better not be no familiar spirit now. I said, hey, Most High, better not be no familiar spirit trying to play with me. But Most High blotted all of that out of my mind. It was just like, listen. And it was speaking with such comfort, but at the same time, seriousness. He said, you called for me when you fully embrace me. And he said, I'm going to begin to show you things on how to do certain things, because now you fully have embraced this mantle of who you are. Now I've been sent to teach you. Now I'm thinking physical first manifestation of Malachim, but the Most High was showing me in vision, because you know how I do say Most High don't scare me, and this is kind of like, what if I would have been at the house and I walk in my door and there's a whole throne in my living room with somebody sitting in it? I probably would have went on back out the house and got on back in the car and went to one of y'all houses, something like that, because I might not have been ready for that. So he showed it to me in a vision, and man, he began to speak and give wisdom. And I almost like when I close my eyes now and I get ready to go in the dimension, I can see it. And most I was saying that that's what's going to happen with some of us, that the fullness of our mantle go guide us, because we're doing something ancient, but it's new to us. We only read about certain things, but we ain't seen certain things. So the Most High is going to use his spirit in different manifestations in order to get us to where we need to be. And one of the first things that was said to me, even the next day by him, he said, send out a signal. So I was praying, and I heard him say, it said, send a signal out. I was like, what? He said, this is what you're going to have to do. You have to send a signal. And those that see and hear the signal will be drawn to it and gonna come serve, gonna come in the gates and serve. And I was like, And what he was showing me is that in this season, it can't be trying to get people to follow. Having one-on-one conversations with people, trying to stir them up. He said, as leaders, send out the signal, and those that got an ear to hear and eyes to see will be able to hear and see it and conform to it with no type of pushing, saying you should do this, man, why you, no. And then he gave me Isaiah 13. I was like, well, how can I cope that with the script? And then it says that Isaiah 13 verse 1, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. It says, lift up a banner upon a high mountain, exalt the voice of them, shake the hand, and they may go into the gates of the nobles. And let me read that again. Hold on one second. Computer doing something. I'm going to say it again. Verse 2. Lift up a banner, a flag, or a signal on a high mountain. Raise your voice to them and wave the hand that they may enter into the doors of the nobles. For I have commanded my consecrated ones, and I have called my warriors who boast in my eminence to execute my anger. So this is what one of the first things he was telling me. He said, "No, you on a from a high, treat it as if you're on a high mountain, and now you ain't having no more one-on-ones with people like that. All you doing now is sending out the signal, raising up the banner on a high mountain, and those that are called to it. And it says, raise up, send out the signal, lift your voice, and those that are called to it will hear it and come into the doors of the nobles." The scripture says, now the nobles will be what of themselves. Now those that have been granted access to the tree of life gonna be able to enter in. Because what? You ain't gonna have to explain yourself. You ain't gonna have to keep going over stuff. You ain't gonna have to do none of that type of stuff that worried you in this last season. Now the Most High was just like, send a signal out and keep moving. Those that got an ear here will hear. Those that don't, the Most High will begin to what? He'll cut them off. Or not just cut off, he'll begin to do this. You know how them lights are where you can, not the flip up light, but the light that you can turn and then it gradually gets brighter? A dimmer light. He said what he'll do, he'll use a dimmer light and begin to, you'll see they light dimming. They light just dimming. And then when they light dimming and you notice it, he said in this season, don't go talk to them. Don't go talk to them. Because it's me that's dimming the light. So this will take away distress, wasting time. Because those that hear and see the banner and hear the voice, going to be those that come into the gates of the nobles. The gates of what? The priest. And be consecrated and made into a warrior. And be able to execute my anger. This is for the leaders. Be able to execute my anger. Stop wasting time with people. Quit talking to people. Quit bidding people. Send a signal out from a high mountain. That means what? You ain't close to them. That means they ain't right up on you. Distance yourself and begin to speak from a high mountain. And Yahuwah will show those that you bring into your bosom. One of the most hard-hitting things to find out somebody that you thought was close to you ain't close at all. Those that you thought was close to you ain't close to you. And some of us had to learn that in trumpets, atonement, and Sukkot. From a high mountain. And that's what he told me. I was like, okay. Well, I see that ain't no familiar spirit that would tell me something like that. Gaining wisdom from the ancient. Allowing my mantle through the Ruach HaKodesh to lead and guide us. And speak and give us visitations of Malachim. Right? I ain't got a whole lot of time. I'm gonna hurry up. Is this helping you? Some of you need to spend all the time you need to spend with people. All right, okay, I said visible manifestations. And these manifestations is going, of these Malachim, and I watch it now. We think we'd have been warfaring, and we have. But man, watch this next season with the Most High when He began to show us physical signs of the Malachim, and they're going to be waiting to take orders for those that submitted unto the King. It's going to be so dangerous, man. But we got to make sure that I'm gonna say this because there's a level of power that we're gonna have. We got to be careful that we don't use it because somebody that upset us, and we send a Malachim over there to destroy their household. Because your words gonna be weighty. By your words you'll be justified. By your words you'll be condemned. You're gonna have to really wait till you get orders to send somewhere to somebody's house, and it can't be because they didn't aggravated you. Because we'll be like how our ancestor Moshe was. We'll be sending that rod to everybody's house. All you niggas. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you mess with me. Go get a bear, come out the woods. Play with me now. Strike your behind with blindness. So it's just that like that. We're gonna have to be careful now. We have to be careful. Yes. I have to be careful. Hallelujah. But I gotta say this too. In this season, I'm gonna tell you, you can't go hang around the same people that you done hung around. Most I just give me this. You can't be around the same people that you done been around in this season before. These folks don't mean you no good. They don't mean the ministry no good. And you say you submitted to this ministry, let them go. That they gonna destroy you. Let them go. Get away from them. Show your full commitment because everybody have a specific place they're supposed to be with a specific tribe in the end times. Now he's dealing with assemblies and turning assemblies into an ancient tribe. And you're supposed to have a specific one that you're supposed to be with in the end times and this scattering until the day of redemption. And if you allow somebody to take you out talking about, oh, the Israel come together, we all need to be one. And you let somebody take you out of what you're supposed to be, you'll be cut off from among your people. When they say cut off from among your people, that's the people that he had destined you to be with in the end times until the day of redemption. Mess around and miss what you're supposed to be, who you're supposed to be redeemed with, because you're not numbered in that sheepfold. You ain't supposed to be in everybody's sheepfold. You got a specific fold that you're supposed to be in. And most I ain't finna go running after no lost one lost sheep that willfully left the fold after he done tried to break your legs one time and bring you back. Okay, gonna send a sword through you. We'll be missing this sheep. Sheep gonna be on the altar of sacrifice, and the priest gonna eat him. So I had to say that. Don't let nobody. Anyway, all right. Let me keep going. I forgot what part I was on. All right, so that we're going to begin to see. It's going to be even specific cities that Yahuwah are going to tell us even greater to send Malachim to. Different states, different specific areas that we'll begin to call out. And it ain't gonna be no thing where we just feeling like that or thinking in spirit. We'll have it directly been heard. Say this way, he's gonna synchronize us even in worship, that we're gonna hear specific things, specifically about individuals, about places, towns, different things that he wanna send his Malachim to. That they're gonna be looking for orders for those that are under the order of Yahusha and submit it to him. All right, let's keep going. Where we at? Oh, don't let no man, let's go back to what I just been saying. Don't let no man take your crown. That's another thing he was saying. Listen, it's going to be situations, things come aggravate you, family members come aggravate you, tribe members come aggravate you, husband, wife aggravate you, that employee on that job going to aggravate you. But the Most High said, don't give nobody your crown. Don't let no circumstance, no situation, no problem, nothing, because stuff going to come at you to try to steal your crown. You've been elevated in another seat. These things gonna come and they're gonna try to attack. What? They try to take your crown. Maintain your posture. Maintain your composure. Be set at a certain temperature where you don't lose your crown because of situation. You don't lose your crown because of circumstance. You don't lose your crown because of a technicality that you had a moment of frustration. Or you lose your crown trying to help you who are out with something. Oh, you better watch out. That's what Abraham, our father Abraham, got in trouble with. The Most High messed him up emotionally by trying to help him. Don't try to help Yahuwah. You wait till you have orders. Look at what he did to Abraham. Now he told Abraham, I'm gonna give you a seed. Oh, I don't know if I got enough time to go in all that. All right, we're gonna get off at a good time. Y'all gonna give me time. Give me a little time. I'm almost finished. All right, wait. See, y'all gonna give me time. Now this for everybody. All right. Now, Abraham, him and Sarah. Sarah talking about, Most I promised them a seed. So go mess around with Most High now. Sit your behind down when it come to him. That's what I learned. I done tried to help Most High a couple times. He done bust me in my chest. Gut punch. Sit down. Let me do this. So, Abraham, Most High gave him a promise. There was going to be a seed out of his loins. Sarah gets the mediated gall to say, I'm going to help him. And Abraham like, well, yeah, you're right. They finna get a crown up. Yeah, you're right. Take my handmaiden and go into her. And maybe that's going to be what he means. That's what we do, even as leaders. Well, the Most High gave a word, but this must be what he meant. So we're going to do it like this because this came over. So the Most High said, okay, you want to play me? You want to play me? Go ahead. Watch what I allow this to do to you. Go ahead. So all of a sudden, he began to afflict the soul of Sarah and Abraham. All of a sudden, Hagar walking around flaunting, messing with that same one that tried to help the Most High emotions. Now she got attitude. And Hagar just walking around, rolling her neck. Like, you won't come touch the baby. Oh, you don't know how that feel, do you? Oh. No, don't you come touch the baby because you might have a barren curse womb. Now, the Most High allowing all that to raise up in Hagar. And now Sarah is being afflicted. Then she had a child. Right? So Abraham, he is in love with this. This is his first child. He thought he was going to have to give his inheritance to his servant. He said, like, this is the son of my bosom. This is my child. I know it's not with her. Then the Most High say, that ain't the promised seed. That child was born out of the will of the flesh and not the promise. So your only seed, you can't even give that child the inheritance. And if you look at how deep that was back in the day, that was like giving your son all of you. And you got to sit there and watch this child grow up knowing that this is a child of the flesh. Not only that, but at least he's with you. Now, Sarah gets so upset and say, she gotta go. Sarah ain't playing with her no more. Why? Now the Most High finna mess with Abraham. Why? Because Abraham was responsible. He the one that said okay to it. So not only can he not give this child the inheritance, then the Most High say you got to send this woman and this child out. Now it was an honor. Honor was esteemed highly back then. Like we hear that today because we so used to dishonoring the family. We so used to paying child support, not really being there. That was unheard of back then. A man would be killed for not taking care of his family. Now he got to go through the emotional trauma. First of having, ain't nothing worse than having two women in the house that don't like each other. And you caught up in the middle because you got love for both of them. And they fight. And one you trying to tend to because she got your baby. And another one you trying to tend to because that's your wife. And you just sitting there having mind battle. And all you hear, and men don't like aggravation like that. But the most I know, but you trying to help me. You trying to help me. Oh yeah, I'm finna mess you up with this. Then I'ma tell you to send this woman and this child out pretty much in the wilderness. You know how many days he thought about his son? And all he had is a word. And he got to sit there and think about his son being in a place not even knowing if they taken care of or not. And then his reputation on the line. That he got a woman and a child out there that wearing his name that he had to send out with little or nothing. Most I said, keep playing with me. Then he said this. He said, I'm gonna tell you one more time. I'm finna mess you up because you tried. You remember you tried to help me? That's why I went the Most High. You might think you getting by, but you'll never get away. Most High said, I'm gonna let you go ahead and take this young man. Then that's when I'm gonna mess you up again. Because you tried to play me. You answered, bro. But I'm gonna punish you, Abraham, because you allowed it. Is that I'm gonna tell you to go on a 3-day journey and tell you to kill your son. He couldn't pick a mountain that was right there. This means he has to be tormented with his son, the promised one. 3 days, a 3-day journey. You looking at this boy knowing that you got to give him up. You got to war mentally, fooling around with the Most High. And got to the point that he was finna do it, and the Most High had to scream from the heavens, Abraham, put your sword down. He had to test him. But the Most High, he don't play when it comes to getting involved with what he have already set up with your human wisdom. Go have about, how they say it, several seats. And a lot of our consequences because we didn't try them. I ain't talking about like that song, have you tried? No, I'm talking about like when somebody try you, we didn't try them like that. And the Most High be like, go sit down. He did me like that, man. I was trying to get some stuff together with where we was at, but I was trying to be, 3 steps ahead. I said, well, I'm gonna go do this so I can be 3 steps ahead because I know the Most High sent us here, but stuff ain't going right, so I'm gonna go do this just in case something happened. The Most High had to punch me. They said, man, go sit down somewhere. How you gonna be 3 steps ahead when I had this orchestrated before you was born? You just don't like the position you in because you ain't got no control over it. You don't like where I got you because you really saying you ain't got faith in where I got you now. And I had to sit back and say, dang, you're right. My actions is saying I ain't got faith. I don't care what my mouth say. My actions is saying that I don't agree with where I'm at right now. I don't agree that you destined me to be here. I don't agree that you know what you're doing. So what? When you think somebody don't know how to drive, you say, hey, bro, get over here, let me drive. And that's what I was doing without knowing it. I'm telling the Most High, get out the driver's seat. I finna steer this thing because where you going, I don't think you know where you going. And the Most High had to tell me, you get out this car, I'm gonna keep driving. You gonna be by yourself. And you experience. You remember the last time you experienced when I turned my back on y'all as a nation? Mm-hmm. And who was out there waiting to get y'all? Mm-hmm. The captivity, you want to do that? I bet you I sat it back there in that seat and shut up. So, anyway, going back to what I was saying. Don't let no man, no situation, no circumstance. You're going to have to realize that sometimes you're going to be on your job and know they're trying to take your crown, keep your composure. You're going to be in your house, you're trying to take your crown, keep your composure. Dealing with the people in the assembly, they're trying to take your crown, keep your composure. You're going to remember that. Don't let no man, no situation take your crown. Sometimes a separation is needed so your crown won't be taken. Sometimes you gotta go so your crown won't be taken. Sometimes you gotta stay so your crown won't be taken. Let no man take your crown. Keep your composure. Stay set on a certain temperature and don't move off that. Keep your heartbeat steady. Don't let nothing speed your heartbeat up like that and you get to going like that, because when you like this, you can't make the right decision. You don't know what to do and you moving off the intensity and you moving off fear, and it's always going to be the wrong decision. That's why you have to get your peace back and get your heartbeat back here. Steady, composed. Don't let nobody take your crown, man, because it's coming. And I'm going to have to go back and look at this video because I know it's going to be somewhere up the road. I get aggravated and somebody trying to take my crown. All right, what else? Real quick, those that have exposed your darkness will receive the reward of the light. Remember that. Look for it because you gave up secrets that you ain't never told nobody. You denounced and renounced old relationships, past things, people that was in your spirit. You left certain people in the natural. You did certain things that you exposed the darkness. Now the reward of the light is. Believe that the reward of the light is coming. Let me try to find. It's a good scripture that identifies that. I think 58. Let's see. Yeah, Isaiah 58. It says, verse 8, then your light shall break forth as the dawn, and your recovery will spring up quickly, your health, and your righteousness will go before you, and the glory of the Yahuwah will be your reward. Then when you call, I will answer you, and when you cry for help, I will be there for you. You see? So this is what the Most High was saying as far as the reward of the light, because you expose your darkness. Another thing that he was saying, as we're preparing out of the feast days, he said you got to believe. Now this right here ain't for everybody, but you got to believe that your DNA is immortal. And when the Most High changed our name from Jacob to Israel, he put something in our DNA that has been activated, because you haven't got to this point of just knowing who you are. Knowing who you are is not the end all be all. Knowing that you Israel is not the end all be all. Be all. It's greater than that. And that supposed to unlock a type of power in you, an immortal power. And I know everybody won't believe that, but he ain't got to. But what's coming up on this earth, you got to settle that now. that you can't die outside of his timing. The apostles knew they can't die until it was time to accept death, to give glory to Yahuwah. And I'm fixing in my mind now that nothing or nobody can kill me right now until I finish my course. I can't leave this earth till my course is finished. I can't all of a sudden get in a car accident and die. I can't just be shot out of nowhere. Why? Because I haven't finished my course. And my assignment keeps me alive till it's time to accept death for the glory of Yahuwah. And that ain't something everybody can hear, but I'm telling you, because you talking about you got pestilence that's going to hit. Josh already prophesied that a greater level of COVID-19 is coming. You got earthquakes. You got all type of stuff that's going to hit. You got men heart going to fail them because of fear. It's so much crazy stuff going to come up on this earth. You want to have that mentality. You got to have the mentality that I can open up a heaven with my rod and rain down fire. You got to realize that even though y'all there singing, you ain't just going to be singing the same. You got to believe that now when you sing, you can create things to shift in the earth. At your voice, you can turn things. You can get the hosts of heaven aligned. That's strategic singing. Where the hosts of the armies of heaven align at your voice. You hear what I'm saying? But your DNA, because I'm telling you, it's a greater persecution going to hit the bruise. And we have to be at a place where our faith makes us believe that our DNA is immortal. You look at the 12 tribes, the things that they're known by, characteristics. The lion, we known by the lion. Benjamin known by the wolf. Even the stones that represents us. The emerald for Judah. The jasper, the topaz. All these things have power to it. It means something. But all these things are connected to your immortality. This is why you got to get over your individual frustrations. This is why you got to get over you and your wife fussing and arguing and bickering, because y'all wasting time like that. You're wasting time. You're decreasing in power rather than increasing in power. All stupid stuff. Because somebody don't want to die. It's a time to be charging up, man. And only those that know they Elohim gonna be strong and do what? Exploits. That means things that the earth ain't never seen. All right. Let me keep going, man. All right, so let me see. All right, and the last thing is Yahuwah looking for soldiers. He looking for soldiers. People that just ready to take orders, that ain't in their emotions at all, that ain't in their feelings at all, that's just ready to take orders, whatever the orders of the Most High is. They're ready to do it. They ain't moving off something. I don't care if they going into a mission that look like a suicide mission. If they got orders, they going. Because they died before they joined the military. The military of Yahuwah, you have to be dead before you come into his army. That way, nothing but your death gonna do nothing but glorify him. So if it takes the sacrificing of your body that the nation can live, you're gonna do that. A soldier never thinks of himself. He's always thinking about the nation and protecting the nation and doing for the nation and giving up himself for a nation. Letting his leisure time go for the nation. Everything is concerning the nation. He ain't got time to be worried about his own self. I'm a soldier to Yahuwah. I'm a prisoner unto him. It ain't about what I feel, what I like, what I want to do, how I want to do it, who don't like me, who do like me. It ain't about, I ain't worried about none of that. Because I'm a soldier. For Yahuwah I live, for Yahuwah I die. I am sold out to him completely. And that means that I have to live the rest of my life with no pleasures. I do that because what? I'm sold out to him. I'm his prisoner. Soldiers, quit being so weak, so feeble-minded, crying about everything, whining about everything, getting in your emotions about everything, making everything so intense. You ain't gonna make it. Because it's a changing of an order is coming. And this shift going towards the end of the year. Going into a new year, it's a shift of orders that's coming. But chaos got to happen before order can come. And we got to get through that which is chaotic. But people, when they see you during these chaotic times, you can't act like it and snuck up on you unaware. When people see you, they gotta see faith in your eyes. When they gotta hear faith with them out of your words. They gotta be able to hear faith out of what you're hearing. You gotta embody faith where you ain't afraid of nothing. You ain't letting nothing crumble you. They come to your house and say, y'all gonna have to take this vaccine or die. You gotta be ready to die. Or ready to call down all of heaven. You gotta let your wife and your children know, hey, we ain't taking this. I don't care if they separate us. We ain't taking it. And they better not try to put us in no consecration camp. Cause we go, they put all us, cause that mean that everybody that went, that refused what Caesar or what Babylon or what Nebuchadnezzar, we didn't bow. And they put us in one place. You think what happened to Peter when they put Peter and Paul and Silas in one place and they began to sing? You think that was something? You think Peter, when he went to went to jail and the doggone Balakin came and opened up and he was the saints was praying and he knocking on the door. You think that was up? I ain't afraid. They can put me anywhere. I ain't afraid of nothing. Because I know when that stuff start happening, oh, it's time for the showdown. Oh, y'all finna see we Israel more than just books. Remember what Judah said? Judah told Joseph, like, bro, if you don't give me my brother, I'll shut this city down myself. Threw a rock in the air, crushed it with his legs. That type of power coming back, man. It was waiting to be unlocked in us to know who we are. But now these mantles coming. And then in the full embracing of the mantle, there's just full power, man. So, like, bro, like whatever y'all got playing, the Most High done already been playing something greater. And then he said, the ending of a thing is greater than the beginning of a thing. And you look at the power of our ancestors. Wait, it was world renowned. You look at the power of Yahusha. Wait, it was world renowned. You look at the power of the apostles. Well, because somebody slapped Paul put blindness on somebody. And nobody talks about this, about Philip. This is what I'm talking about. The open of portals. Nobody, do y'all know Philip now with the Ethiopian eunuch? Y'all know he came out of nowhere, out of whirlwind down there to meet him. Go read that. He said he came out of a whirlwind, came down. I don't know. What did that mean? He opened up a portal and visited the eunuch. Then it say disappeared. That's what I mean by open up, because you put us in one place. Watch how we be able to go in and out. Go and visit another part of the world and come back like we ain't never been nowhere. Because now you got us in one place. We come over there and go do this and come back. Because why I don't believe that those are stories. I believe those are testimonies of the book. So I believe this stuff. I believe with all my heart, and I'm going to die believing it. I ain't going to let nothing or nobody steal my crown and what I believe about our testimony. I'm going to die believing that. So I'm excited because Where sin abound, grace or empowerment abounds greater. So it has to get dark. And he has to allow the wicked Egyptians, magicians, to show their power. So his can be displayed over there. So I'm ready for whatever's coming. I'm not just sitting around. Well, I did sit around last week. I had to repent for that because I was trying to take a break from everything. But I got to get on it this week and really prepare ourselves for what's coming. Because, man, you talking about a greater power. And, man, y'all better watch out. Once I learn, the Most High began to show me about these portals, and I began to learn how to, like, really open them up. Y'all go, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be something. It's going to be something. I don't believe he gave something like that to the apostles and gave something that like that to even the prophets where they went different places. You know what I'm saying? That he ain't gonna do it greater in this time. So fully embrace your. I'm telling you now. If you don't hear nothing else, fully embrace your mantles, because Ruach gonna lead us through. I don't know if he gonna do y'all like he do some of y'all like he did me, but I'm telling you, even when I close my eyes and go in that realm, I can see the mantle of Moshe, him sitting there and telling me different things. And he told me to tell specific ones that embrace it fully, because I'm gonna do that the same way. I'm telling you, you're gonna see it. You're gonna know it's him. All right. I gotta get off here. I had some more, but that's enough. I got somewhere to go, and it's almost 11 o'clock. And I don't want to be late. So I read this last scripture, and then we're gonna get on off here. Isaiah 40. When you get a chance, read all of Isaiah 40 and all of Isaiah 41. It's powerful. Isaiah 40, verse 27. Why sayest thou, O Jacob, speak, O Israel, my way is hid from you, and my judgment is passed from you? Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting Elohim, Yahuwah, creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is he weary? There is no searching of his understanding. He give power to the faint. To them that have no might, he increaseth strength. So our power is coming because we have been faint through what we done been through. But it says, I ain't been here from you. I'm going to give power to the faint. And to them that have no might, I'm going to increase in strength. Because remember, he said, according to the curse, there'll be what? No power or no might in our hand. But you that have no might, he said, I'm going to increase your strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young man shall early fall. But they that wait upon Yahuwah shall do what? Renew in strength. We shall be renewed. That means he's going to bring back the ancient paths. We're going to be what? Renewed, made new again in the ancient path, and the ancient path is going to be our strength. Then we're going to mount up with wings as an eagle, and we shall run and shall not be weary, and we shall walk and we shall not faint. Hallelujah. When you get a chance, read Isaiah 41. Just read both of them, meditate on them. But that's all I have for you. Please take heed to this, and let the Most High lead and guide you into all truth. Let him forever be with you. But remember, walk into these things. Your season going to change. I'll see have ascended in the spirit realm. Visible manifestation of the Malachim. Don't let no man take your crown. Those that expose your darkness will receive the reward of the light. Believe that your DNA is immortal. And the Most High is looking for soldiers. Well, we love you. We're going to get on off here, and we see you soon. Shalom to you.